hymns.
Hello, I am Jenny Axler, and I would like to welcome you to the second in our quick video tutorial series on the QBraille XL. In this one, we will take a look at the menu structure. So when you first boot up the device, this is what will appear, and it starts with the Notepad. If we move down the list, we have connectivity, we then have our Daisy Reader, we have applications, we have options, and we have information. So now let's go back and look at these things in more detail. If we start at the top, we have our Notepad. So the Notepad is a basic text editor. You can edit TXT and BRF, and you can read doc, docx, and PDF in there. When you open it, it will simply show you your SD card's file and folder structure, and you can either open or create files from there. So we'll move down to connectivity. The connectivity menu has 4 items in it. We first have the connection to USB. Then we have 2 Bluetooth connections. The reason that we have the Bluetooth Braille and Bluetooth keyboard connections is that each device has to be connected twice in order to use the hybrid keyboard. The reason for that is that screen readers don't natively support QWERTY commands in a Braille display. So we actually handle the translation internally so that you can use contracted Braille, at least in English, and then you can also use the QWERTY command structure. So we just send this connection as a standard Bluetooth keyboard to Windows, Mac, Android, iOS. So then we have a second Bluetooth connection to handle the output, which is the Braille display output from your screen reader. Now, if you do not connect the keyboard connection, you can still use the Braille keys, the Perkins keys, and a few of the other keys, and they're going to function generally as they would if you were using a normal Braille display with a screen reader. Moving down to the bottom of this menu, we also have the pairing list. So then the pairing list is going to allow you to use space 1 and space 4 or the arrow keys to move among your connected devices and then press enter to connect to one of those. We will actually go through this process in a later video and it will make a lot more sense. So don't worry if you do not understand this immediately. Moving down to the Daisy Reader. The Daisy Reader will allow you to read Daisy textbooks. We do not support audio, but you can read Daisy textbooks, and when you open this, you will get the Open Daisy dialog, and again, we'll get the folder structure of your SD card and can open any Daisy book that is stored there. Moving down to applications, we have a few extra things here. We have a calculator, a basic calculator. We have an alarm. We have date and time, which of course you need for the alarm and the upcoming calendar. We have a stopwatch, a countdown timer, and said calendar. If we move down to the options menu, this allows you to set several things on your unit. You can turn 8-dot mode on and off. You can choose whether to view shortcut keys when you're viewing menus, etc. You can choose how to view file information. You can choose your startup mode. Generally, it's going to start up at the main menu, as I indicated earlier, but you also can set it to start up with a new document, start it to go right into terminal mode, or to go right into the calculator. You can also set whether to play system sounds, basically to have audio indications of errors and the on-off sound, etc. Braille grade for messages allows you to choose what grade of Braille the system messages, including menu items and system messages, appear in. You can set your Braille table. This is going to let you choose from among several languages in which to read internal documents. If you read a text document, this will determine how it's translated in Braille. Message display time is how long messages stay on the display. We have a power saving mode. Braille grade for entry. Now, this is actually where things get interesting. This is related to what grade of entry you're using in the Notepad, as well as the grade of entry that you use in hybrid mode. And you can use computer Braille, UEB uncontracted and contracted, and US uncontracted and contracted Braille. So this will determine how information is translated when you are sending it to a connected device. We have automatic automatically disconnect from Bluetooth at 10%. We have Bluetooth on and off. Initialize pairings, which is going to initialize all of your Bluetooth pairings and reset everything to 0. We have one-handed mode. We have a keyboard layout. I mentioned in the last video, you can choose between the Microsoft and Apple keyboard layouts. We have mass storage mode. This, if you turn this on when you connect via USB, you will actually see the QBraille as a drive. If this is off, it will work normally as your USB terminal. Then, of course, you can restore everything back to defaults with the final item. All right. Let's go to information. Information is the final item here. This is just going to give you information about the space remaining on your SD card, the power status, the software version, the Bluetooth name, and that will actually cover it. In the next video, we'll take a quick look at the advantages of the hybrid keyboard, and then we'll go on to connectivity. As always, for more details on any of our HIMS products, you can visit our website at www.himsintl.com or send us an email at hims@selvishc.com. Thanks for watching.